Hello, my name is Nick Thompson, and I'm the League Director for the Adult Softball Program in the City of Apple Valley. We're excited to get the 2021 season started, and thank you for choosing to play softball in Apple Valley. The city's softball webpage at applevalleymn.gov/softball will have league schedules, standings, rules, and general league information. Teams can register online, download a registration packet, download the league rules, view the USSSA rulebook, or print a roster form directly from the website. The league weather hotline is also listed, as well as directions to the softball complex at Johnny Cake Ridge Park East. The Johnny Cake Fields, located at 140th Street West in Apple Valley, are some of the best in the state. 5 premier lit fields surround a playground, volleyball courts, and a central building with indoor restrooms. Practices may happen on a first-come, first-served basis, providing the field is not utilized by a league or a private rental. Once registration closes, league schedules will be created and posted at applevalleymn.gov/softball approximately 1 week prior to the respective league's start date. Team managers will receive an email notifying them when a schedule is posted. Teams can view their individual team's schedule and can download their team's schedule to their personal calendar by clicking the subscribe button. The City of Apple Valley sanctions all of our softball leagues with USSSA, and all teams are eligible for sanctioned USSSA local and state tournaments. If you ever have any questions about softball that are not a part of the league play, you can contact the state USSSA director at mnusssa.com. A full USSSA rulebook is linked on our softball webpage. Teams need to fill out a new roster each season and are able to download a roster form online. We recommend that team managers download the roster form to complete it prior to games the first evening. If you're able to fill in your players' information and print the form, they will only have to sign and date the roster, which will help get games started on time the first night. Blank copies will be available the first evening of games for those teams who don't have access to a printer. Teams can add to their roster at any point during the regular season by asking the league attendant for their original roster or by printing another form and handing it in to the league attendant. Rosters are locked for playoffs. Teams can download a copy of the league rules online at applevalleymn.gov/softball, and a hard copy of the rules will be handed out with the league equipment the first night. We recommend team managers keep a copy of the rules in their equipment bag in case of a rules question that may come up during a game. Team managers should read the league rules and manager handbook and be familiar with everything in it, so we will only have to cover a few highlights today. The league is regularly contacted by individuals who are looking to join a team. If you're in need of additional players for a season, or even just for one game, please reach out to the league director for a list of available players on your given night. Tobacco products and alcoholic beverages are allowed on the Johnny Cake complex, but players are not allowed to bring those in the dugout or on the field. For obvious player safety concerns, glass bottles are not allowed. The City of Apple Valley contracts with Baser Umpires for all of our umpiring services. Baser is one of the largest and most committed umpire organizations in the state. While the umpiring crew is well trained and most umps have years of experience, they are also human and can make the same mistakes just like the players in your team, including occasionally missing a call or getting stuck in the same traffic that your team was in. We ask that all communication with the umpires be respectful. We count on managers to help de-escalate any heated situation that may come up. If a disagreement does happen, we'd ask that the designated manager handle all communication with the umpire. If a player gets ejected for unsportsmanlike behavior, they will most likely be suspended for at least 2 games, and no one wants that to happen. In the unlikely event that an umpire is late for a game, teams have 2 options. The first is to find a substitute umpire agreed upon by both teams. If one or both of the teams doesn't agree to a sub-ump, the second option is the game will be rescheduled for a later date. Staff try to make weather cancellation decisions by 4 p.m., but please note that there may be times when that decision needs to be pushed back a bit to get the most accurate reading on the weather. The weather line is the official way games are canceled and will be updated immediately if a decision is made to cancel. If there is no mention of games on the recorded message, you should assume games are on. Weather conditions can change dramatically in a short period of time. If there's a safety concern, a team is never required to play a game, even if the weather line or staff have not canceled the game. The determination on makeups, forfeits, etc. can be made at a future time. Equipment for league play must be approved by USSSA National. League bats must have the thumbprint stamp found in the rule book under equipment. The league will provide an appropriate number of softballs for each team. Teams may wish to purchase additional softballs at $4 each, which are available at the concession stand or softball office. We do not require teams to wear uniforms. However, we do request that teams have matching colored shirts if possible. The first evening of games, teams should show up early to hand in their roster. After teams hand in a completed roster, they will receive enough softballs to provide one ball per home game. They'll also receive a rule packet and a scorebook. Please have your team show up early the first night of games so your roster can be completed and equipment distributed so games can start on time. The game time limit is 55 minutes with no new innings starting after that time. There are mercy run rules in place. If a team has a run lead of 15 runs after 5 innings or more of play are complete, the trailing team can choose to end the game at that point, or they can choose to continue play. The flip-flop rule will not be utilized. If they continue to play at exactly 55 minutes, the game is over regardless of the game situation at that time. All leagues will have a 2 home run limit per game with the 1-up rule in effect. Any other ball hit over the fence between the foul lines, except when touched by a fielder after the home run limit is reached, is an out. Teams need at least 8 players to start and continue a game. Batting lineups default to everyone or a continuous batting order, and the lineup may collapse without any outs issued if a player needs to leave for any reason. A 3-ball, 2-strike count will be used in all leagues. Playoffs will begin the week after the last regular season game, and each team is guaranteed 2 games. We will continue to align with state guidelines for COVID-19 precautions. As we receive updates from the state, league managers will be notified, and the league COVID-19 guidelines will be updated online. Thank you for registering your softball team in Apple Valley. We're looking forward to the 2021 season. We'll see you on the fields.